you have to give it to Mumbai. Finally, they have got 2 points. They made heavy meal after a good partnership. But in the end, I'm sure Rohit Sharma's best birthday gift for the year, I guess.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Straight Bat with Gulf News and Mr. Cricket UAE. Anish Sajan. Anish Sajan is not with us today, but we have Gautam Bhattacharya, the sports editor of Gulf News, and we have Naresh, Mumbai Indians fan. Naresh Mansukhani he's been with us for our previous coverages as well, and we have Sakshat Menon, who is a Rajasthan Royals fan, I presume, isn't it? So,
Gautam, RCB, I think.
I support RCB.
RCB, yeah.
Okay, what is an RCB man doing in an RR game?
He's reviewing their loss. He's reviewing their last over loss. Yeah.
No worries, but anyway, it doesn't matter so long as. So, I mean, all of us are finally cricket enthusiasts. So, Gautam, today, tell us about how this match went around today.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different kind of a match. I think it's basically a new look Mumbai attack, which kind of set it up for them. And then while the chase, it again began in an inauspicious note when much was expected of Rohit Sharma, the birthday boy. He failed. Ishan Kishan got them to a blazing start. He failed. But I'm happy to see that, Sky and Tilak Verma, these two guys played a very sensible put together a very sensible partnership, the way it should be done on a wicket like this, and put them on track. So finally, the valuable 2 points for Mumbai after 8 matches.
We have Mr. Cricket UAE Anish Sajan with us. Welcome, Anish. Tell us how the match went for you today.
Thank you, Shamp. Hello, Mr. Gautam, and hello to both the fans, Naresh and Sakshat Menon. You have to give it to Mumbai. Finally, they have got 2 points. They made heavy meal after a good partnership. But in the end, I'm sure Rohit Sharma's best birthday gift for the year, I guess. To be very honest, I would say that some brain freeze captainship by Sanju Samson has handed over these 2 points to Mumbai Indians.
Naresh, I'm sure you wouldn't mind that brain freeze because finally you guys broke that duck today. My question to both I will ask Sakshat also the same question here is this one. Did Mumbai win this game or RR lose this one?
So
Naresh, you go first.
I'll go first.
Naresh, please go first.
Sometimes you need such kind of poor captaincy from opponents when you are at the lowest level. So I would still give credit to Mumbai to win this game. Yes, as Anish Bhai said, there were some strange decisions Sanju took, but it's welcome. I would like the other 5 games to go the same way if the captain is trying to experiment because we are at the bottom. But yeah, we should give it to Mumbai for the simple fact that they have struggled this season. To see a win coming is it's good. It's kind of a relief, and they can only get better from here. But yeah, there are a couple of things they really still need to work. A lot of concern. The last 5 overs continue to be very expensive. Thanks to the last one where we gave only 3 runs. Otherwise, we were still going at a 13-14 in the last. So that needs correction. And if you see, Australian bowlers would struggle in the second half. We don't see KKR playing Pat Cummins anymore. Hazelwood this afternoon also struggled. We have Daniel Sams and Meredith from Australia in Mumbai Indians. So that is something which they need to relook at who actually will support Bumrah in the end, though Meredith did well today.
Okay, Success. What do you make of Mumbai's win? I mean, did RR lose this one or Mumbai won it fair and square?
Like exactly what Naresh told. Probably it's maybe because of the poor captaincy of Sanju Samson. I think MI took an advantage of that, and especially like some key players of theirs, like Suryakumar Yadav, he took advantage of it, and he scored a wonderful, probably a wonderful 51, right? So 51, and Yeah, so basically they took advantage of it and they played, and I think it would be seen as like a moral boost for MI, and hopefully Rohit Sharma's his confidence increases after this game.
Gautam, and he said that spoke about Sanju Samson's brain freeze, but this brain freeze is becoming a little common for Sanju Samson. This is today it was Daryl Mitchell, the other day it was Rian Parag. Do you think that? I mean, that is really proving costly for Rajasthan. Do you think they need a better captain, or they need? I mean, of course, but one thing I noticed was that that over was given after a strategic timeout. So was it a Sanju Samson decision or a team decision?
The only thing for behind getting Daryl Mitchell could be to somebody who they keep saying about off pace. That could be the only thing behind getting Daryl Mitchell. But how many times has Mitchell bowled in this tournament?
No, so, hardly. I think that's one. I think.
Yeah, with the 22, 23 runs, that was one too many, as everybody is pointing out.
All right. Anyway, win is a win. And is this say Mumbai making good, or this is this the first of many Mumbai wins to come? I know they're not completely out of the fray, but they could be playing for pride. For pride. So, well, will this be a beginning of more wins?
Why not? Because they have nothing to lose now. You see that first win, which was eluding them, now they've got it. So a win is a win, irrespective of how you got it. It gives you that confidence. And when you have that confidence running, like we will come to the Gujarat game, but when you see when a team is winning, they can come out from any situation. And Mumbai were losing games which they should have won. Today they have got a win, and they will now come and spoil others' party. And mind you, these 2 points might hurt not only Rajasthan Royals, but would help the other teams who are trying to catch up with Rajasthan Royals.
Okay, Gautam, Rajasthan. This has been the. This is the. They come off of three wins and the first loss. How badly will they hurt them?
See, at this point they've got their run rate is good thanks to Butler. And but yes, I mean, you cannot afford to rest easy. You've got five matches to go, so I won't say it's directly going to hurt them, but they should be careful from here onwards. And depends on which wicket they're playing, because today, if we see that from now on, maybe the the nature of the matches are going to change. If you look at Butler's innings, a man like Butler, he was struggling to get his strike rate above 100 till that last bit, his 4 sixes.
Yeah, so that's true.
Yeah, and I still keep a lot of faith on, again, Ashwin and Chahal were threatening to do all the damage. So with them in the ranks, there shouldn't be much of a problem in them making the last 4.
Naresh, even if you look at, despite the Bombay's losses, there are some positives they can take from this campaign. And one of revelation was being this Tilak Verma. What a find he's been.
Oh, absolutely. 300 plus already he's got in these 9 games playing his first season. Yes, now, as you said, one, he's a good find. He's promising. Now the second step is going to be how he's going to finish games. Today also we saw it was not needed. That shot was not needed after we lost Surya just the previous over. So now these are the finer points he needs to work on, and the support team needs to work on, and how he's going to take it till the end. Honestly, we could have just done it with Surya and Tilak Verma. That's and also for Surya, this is something which he needs to work on. He's part of the Indian squad, so how he finishes off games. But Tilak Verma has been brilliant. Youngsters been given the opportunity. It was good to see Tim David back today, and the new youngster who's actually just come in as a replacement, an injury replacement. He was brought into the playing 11. Honestly, when I first saw his name, I was wondering where has he come from, because the original squad didn't have him. And then he was listed as a left arm spinner. And there is one more guy from, I think, Uttar Pradesh, Sanjay Yadav, who's a left arm spinner. So you feel bad, there's someone on the bench for 8 games, but someone who's just come in as a replacement getting in. But the reason was when we saw him bowl, how the variety and the difference the way he was holding the ball and the way he was gripping it with the fingers. And he himself said that I'm a mystery bowler. So that's something new to see, and it's good that he's right away brought in into the playing 11. So these are some good positives.
Yeah, Naresh, you make a good point there, especially about Kartikeya Singh. Anis, what did you make of him? The first look, they signed him and they straight away bring him for the game, and he does really well. 1 for 19 of 4 overs, brilliant spell. What did you make of him?
You can't ask for more from a guy who's making debut for a franchise which is so big. He shows nerves of steel and was bowling to a guy in form, Butler. He kept him on a tight leash. And let's be very honest, his 4-over spell actually did not allow RR to get away and Butler to get away. Otherwise, things would have been different. And you have to give credit to him. And I believe he should be the man of the match unless they decide Surya to be the man of the match.
Anyway, good thinking on the part of Mumbai to bring him in as soon as they signed him. And I know, Sakshat, you must be too eager to speak about RCB's match today. Finally, you guys lost, but still some cheer for it. Finally, Kohli got some runs on the board. What did you make of that match today against the Gujarat Titans?
Definitely. Like, I'm really happy that Kohli finally got some touch, and he hasn't probably gotten out, like probably due to his careless, like probably is due to his bad luck, also due to his maybe like careless shots or something. But today I think he played a very balanced kind of playing, and he kind of held it till the end. And I'm pretty happy, even though like RCB had lost. There were some like positives that could be taken from the game, and big credits to Gujarat Titans. They strategically played it. They calculated like how many runs to get in the power play, how many runs to probably get in the middle overs, and eventually they got to the end. So
yes, that doesn't go because they won with 3 balls remaining. But Gautam, I'll go over to you for your thoughts on the Kohli innings. It was a rather slow innings, 58 runs off 53 balls. But he, like Sakshat said, he held one end up actually. Otherwise, you never know, never know where they would have ended up. He and Rajesh Patidar actually laid the foundation for their score of 170. So, do you think Kohli has turned a corner here?
See, the thing is, there had been a bit of, in this tournament itself, among these 8-9 innings, there had been 240s already. What happens is the moment he gets over anxious, he does something. We all know about that, he's fishing through the channel, that thing. But that all the best of batsmen do. Today, what he did was he was ready to hang on, and he got. I think that's the management's thinking also, for which he has been promoted up the order. And this is the Kohli. Let him bat deep, because if you remember those innings in the UAE as well, Shyam, he had been good as an anchor. He was coming at number 3, and when he was getting those half centuries, he was batting deep into the innings. Let him do that. There are other people like Glenn Maxwell to fire. Let him do that other job.
And as you wrote about Kohli's run of poor scores, what do you make of today's innings? Will we see the Kohli in full form again?
I would be lying if I don't see him in full form again. To be very honest, as an Indian, I'm more relieved than as an RCB fan, because this innings probably hurt RCB in the long run, because the net run rate was not, I don't mean to say the net run rate, the overall run rate of the innings was slowed down because of his innings, because Patidar had not contributed, they would have ended at 140, 150. But anyways, coming to Virat Kohli today, that long innings was required for him to get into some sort of form. And like Gautam mentioned, we want Virat Kohli to be batting deep so that the others around can play their shots. And his presence on the field sends that confidence to the dugout that Virat Kohli is there. Okay, such innings are more good when chasing a target, but even when setting, Virat Kohli's presence makes a difference. Today he's got a strike rate of probably 105 and 6. I'm sure it will go up, but I hope he doesn't get over anxious, as Gautam said.
Sakshat, what do you think of RCB's chances going from here? Because they are on 10 points. They are Hyderabad is on 10 points in the fourth position. So they say they are actually Hyderabad is ahead on the run rate here. So RCB chances are still alive. So do you expect to make make it to the last four?
Hopefully I do. Being an RCB fan, I definitely want RCB to get into the top four. Hopefully they still are focused and they don't play any rash plays or rash tactics or whatever. And yeah, hopefully let's see. I think they required another 3 wins in the remaining matches to four wins.
Yeah, so, because but they are the only team who have played 10 matches.
Yeah.
Oh, so 3 wins in 4 matches left. Sorry.
3 wins. Yeah, exactly. So hopefully they do it, and they still have like a lot number of matches to play, and yeah.
And that is, I'm sure you are given up on Mumbai's chances, but have a look at Gujarat. I mean, Gujarat Titans, 16 points from 9 matches. What a revelation for a newcomer team. Yeah, you didn't expect it. Actually, when the auction was over, soon after the auction, we had a chat, and I said Gujarat would be chasing Hyderabad to the basement. Actually, in fact, I mean, I got egg on my face here, right here, because they have 16 points and right at top of the table. So, what did you make of their campaign so far? Do you think they may hit a banana skin somewhere down the line?
I think they will continue and end as a toppers, because the momentum is in their favor. Impressive captaincy by Hardik Pandya. His team selection has been good. Everyone knows their role. And I think I read somewhere today the 7th individual to win a man of the match in these 9 games which they have played. So this shows that how each and everyone is coming up. You can say someone is raising the hand and saying, "I'm going to win it for you." Is that way.
True.
And Rahul Tewatia has seriously made his contention or part of the being in the Indian squad. It has to be a very serious contender. The way he's finishing games, because he knows his role, he's coming, he's playing out the initial phase and then counter attacking. Yes, opponent has been opposite. He's had a David Miller or someone else there. The bowling, the way Hardik has handled the bowling attack, he himself has stopped bowling again. Hope it's not an injury, it's more a precaution. But the way he has handled the bowlers, Ferguson has always been underrated, but he comes up with something very, very important in the middle. So I think they've done very well. The change of Riddhiman Saha coming up has been so refreshing. Matthew Wade was struggling. The way Saha has been batting the last inning, especially which he played. Today, Gill looked very positive, though he got out early. But yeah, I think the team within their limitations, and that is what I see Hardik and Kane Williamson stand out. They have quickly understood the limitations and strength of the individuals and how they are kind of packaging it as a playing 11 on the ground. That is something very heartening to see.
Normally they say the teams which do well in the league will find that going tough in the knockout. Do you think that will happen to Gujarat?
I would have said that, but not in Gujarat's case. Like Naresh mentioned, and we all know, every match there is somebody putting their hand up and bailing the team out. It's not a one-man team show where like Joss Butler has been running the show for RR, where if he fails, the team struggles. Here you have from Mohammad Shami to Ferguson to their captain to Rashid Khan to Tewatia to David Miller. And maybe next match, there will be that left-arm spinner, left-arm seamer today who bowled well. So every time they have somebody new getting that Sangwan. And there's one more guy who's in the dugout.
Yeah.
Every match, there is a new player. So it's not a one-man team. It's a team which is very underrated. And they are putting their weight much above and delivering. And when that is what separates the men from the boys, I've always believed the temperament, what like guys like the Tewatias, the Millers have showed is taking the team ahead. And out of 9 games, if you win 8, that means you're definitely in the top 2. You need to win 1 game out of the 2. Suppose if you slip in 1, and final, of course, you got to do well. But I don't see any other winner now. I changed my mind from Delhi to Gujarat.
I mean, you can't argue with that because so damn dominant has been the Gujarat performance. Gautam, what do you make of Hardik Pandya's captaincy? It's been very refreshing, isn't it?
Absolutely, is refreshing, and this identifying of roles, which Naresh also explained in no uncertain terms. I mean, I feel that has done wonders. For example, Riddhiman Saha, we know that he is a capable opener. He has done this job in power play for Hyderabad, and before that for, in fact, Kings 11. Then it was Kings 11 Punjab. One example. Another very good example is David Miller. He had been languishing for all the franchises at 6, 7, not getting enough matches. Miller had been a constant feature in this middle order because possibly the middle order initially looked thin on paper. But look at the way how he is delivering. And then the more, you cannot end up, you can go on and on about Tewatia. He has, from that finisher or pinch hitter, he has elevated his batting to another level where you can possibly bring him at number 4, number 5, and he'll help you finish the matches by taking it deep. So it's wonderful captaincy area. Yeah.
Yes, it's been so good actually. I mean, normally you look for teams which just you stomp around, and Gujarat has been that team this season. I think no other team has been superior in that kind of performance today. So before we wind up, Anis, let's tell us about the competition.
Oh yes, every day you get a chance. You log on to your favorite page, Gulf News, where you predict the winner. I know predicting the winner is tough, but that's what is the beauty about Gulf News and this IPL. Predict the winner and get a chance to win a beautiful track set, t-shirt, track, and a cap, and of course a 1 year's digital subscription from Gulf News.
Yes, there are plenty of prizes for the readers for guessing the winner here, but we don't get prizes for ourselves, but still we need to guess. Tomorrow we have another doubleheader coming up. Delhi Capitals playing Lucknow Super Giants. Naresh, who will win?
Lucknow is doing very well. I feel KL Rahul has also lifted his captaincy morale very well compared to what he started with. I think Lucknow has an upper edge tomorrow, though Delhi also won their last game. But I feel Lucknow would go ahead.
Success, who will win, Lucknow or Delhi?
Like Gautam had mentioned, Lucknow, they're in a very good form. But I would also want Delhi to also win so that there's more competition in the table and it's going to be even more interesting. So
no, I want you to pick one of them.
Okay, so if I were to pick somebody, I would root for Delhi.
All right. Why?
Nothing much. Like, I am very neutral, and I just want to see this IPL more interesting. More competition.
All right, I'll buy that. Gautam, what's your pick? Delhi or Lucknow?
I think I will go with Delhi, but once again, Rishabh Pant has to be careful with the way he is rotating his bowlers. He shouldn't left somebody like Kuldeep Jadhav, stop bowling and overshot here and there.
Yeah.
It's a critical match for them. And there is quickly the other game, which is SRH versus CSK. So CSK will have.
Yeah, I'll come to that. I'll come to that. I'll come to that because yes, we need to discuss that as well. Which when we come to that, I will do that. Anis, you've been a Delhi backer. Do you expect them to beat Lucknow tomorrow?
Yes, I back Delhi to beat them.
Okay. Now, like Gautam reminded us, tomorrow we have Hyderabad versus Chennai, and Chennai will take the field with a new captain. Your thoughts on the change of captaincy from with Ravindra Jadeja handing back the captaincy to Dhoni? What do you make of it, Anis?
Better late than never, even though it's come with now Chennai need to win all the games. Dhoni will have to again get all his experience back because we all saw Jadeja making errors. We can understand it's not easy to fill in MS's shoes, but it's a lot of catch-up has to do. It's what CSK will do, only time will say. But if they can come back and make it to the playoffs, it's going to be great, but looks to be a little tough. But I think it will help Jadeja to focus on his batting, bowling and fielding.
Gautam, what do you make of it? Can Dhoni help them turn it around, or is it too late because 4 points from 8 games?
No, I think it's too late now. I mean, at best, what you can do is you can salvage some, redeem some pride. That's about it. And it's possibly the right move. I mean, for the first time, I'm seeing a conservative franchisee like CSK, getting things really muddled up. But it was obvious that Jadeja was under pressure. And secondly, he was not enjoying the captaincy. That's one thing. I mean, you may look lost in 1 or 2 games, but he was not enjoying the captaincy. So we need the cricketer Jadeja back out there. But to take them to playoffs, that's really a long haul. Mathematically,
very
it may be
difficult
still
task.
possible, but I don't think they can make it.
Yes, mathematically possible, realistically not possible. But you are spot on about Ravindra Jadeja because he's completely weighed down by the captaincy. We could see that in the field. Naresh, is it the retrograde step, or should they have gone in for somebody else, or is it just a safety move from Chennai just to see the season over?
I think it's more to do with this season over. And as Gautam said, we all need Jadeja, the all-rounder, more important than CSK needing Jadeja, the captain. So the reason they've gone back to Dhoni is to let the season go. Maybe they get some more wins, some more confidence in all the remaining players. And I think they will take a time off to go in for a new one next season. But I think it's a bold move. I think either Jadeja has gone up himself saying that he doesn't want to continue, or there has been a discussion that Jadeja's game needs to come up to speed. So I think it's quite it needs to be taken very positively, and not that there was pressure on Jadeja of any sort. I think these are professional cricketers. They understand it's good to take it so early because his own game needs to also come up to the required level. Yeah.
Success, I'm going to bowl a googly. Normally, leg spinners don't show the googly, but I'm telling you, I'm bowling a googly to you. Okay, here's a question for you. In this current setup, other than Dhoni, do you think any other captain in Chennai Super Kings?
I believe Dhoni, he's been a captain for CSK for so long. He knows how it works. He knows how to probably manage the players. And somebody to actually replace Dhoni in the current squad, I do not believe there's anybody. And somebody to be as close to Dhoni would be Suresh Raina, but unfortunately, like, he's not there. And so I don't believe there's any other person in CSK to probably take on the captaincy.
You have spoken like a true Chennai fan because they can't see beyond Dhoni, and you're right because there is no contender really, which is why they have opted for the safe path here. That's it for today, and we need to pick one here. Hyderabad versus Chennai. What's your pick, Sakshat? Who will win?
SRH, again, they're in really good form. They were losing many games in the beginning, but eventually they found their momentum and they started picking up points and everything. So for me, I would want CSK to win.
And Gautam, what about you between here, Hyderabad and Chennai?
Hyderabad, they're just red hot at this moment.
Naresh?
Hyderabad, definitely they're looking very good. The bowling attack is at a complete different level. We are all focused on Umran Malik. We need to see even Natarajan has got equal number of wickets. So both of them have taken 30 wickets so far. So they're a very good bowling attack. Hyderabad definitely start favorites, but if CSK win, the entire Dhoni persona will be back again immediately within few hours. Yeah.
I said Hyderabad or Chennai because yes, Naresh put a point here. Tomorrow the whole focus will be on Dhoni. So are you going to back Chennai
Hyderabad.
or
Hyderabad. That Umran Malik, even though Natarajan is there, you watch out Chennai tomorrow for Umran Malik.
I think we all of us are overwhelmingly in favor of Hyderabad because the way they've been playing, it's been amazing. Maybe Kane Williamson is not in good form, but his captaincy has been superb. He's been very inspiring, and the way he's rallying the troops is amazing. So I can't see beyond a Hyderabad win there. So let's wait and watch. So this is it. That's all from us today. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for watching us, and thank you for participating. And see you all tomorrow. Good night.